Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And we are underway from the Superdome. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. They begin with a run by Davis. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down. Again, it's Davis. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
Here we go, set. Black, 95. Ready.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. And now they'll throw with Lance. Sliding out of the pocket. He finds his man, complete. It's Snyder. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Yeah, 1 for 1. A lot more to go. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Inside give to Davis. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short. That's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. And some room to roam now. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
They'll try and run for it with Davis. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Saints are on the board here first in the season opener. First quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 15. Yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they're going to get the football just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line. And that one coming on his opening carry of the season. Do you give him a mulligan?
You would like to, but this game counts. If this were preseason, he'd get a mulligan. But this is for real, so not expecting that at all. Got to find a way to take care of it. I'm sure he'll get other opportunities.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Davis. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Kamara up the middle, and he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle, and that'll make the score 14-0. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Charger drive about to get going. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
In motion left comes Williams. On 2nd and 10, the ball back with Herbert. Here's Johnson with a reception. Touchdown, L.A. A big play there. 85 yards. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3. Because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Throwing now is Lance. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game, and they hit that one there for big yardage.
Now this offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Up the middle to Davis. And some room to work. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Saints have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Williams, a man in motion right. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Brought down by Ed Oliver.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Throwing on 2nd down. Herbert. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
In motion left comes Williams. Herbert operating from the red zone. Again, it's Johnson. And the Chargers are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Eckler is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Second and goal from inside the 5. Herbert jet sweep as he taps it forward. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Now from back at the 5, this is 3rd and goal. Now a give right side. Jenkins. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. 4 yards, that gets him close to the goal line, but it also brings up a 4th and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Chargers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point right down the middle. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. And they've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Off of play action, here's Lance. He'll buy some time right. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense, 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Davis. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd and 9, Lance. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Davis. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off.
Here we go. Blue 32.
Play action. Now it's Lance. They'll roll him out right. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
Well, I would guess that combined, if you spoke to both defenses, neither side has a lot to celebrate today. They haven't had a lot of stops, but that one right there, that's a big one because they stole points away with that play. And just as importantly, picked up a key stop on an offense that's been really impressive here in the early going.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. After the turnover, here's Herbert. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A good pickup there, a 22. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. A final shot before the break for Herbert. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Williams, a man in motion right. Here's Herbert now on 2nd down. Open man downfield is Johnson. Finding room at midfield. Down the left sideline. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Chargers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 21. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Davis. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now a play fake. Lance rolling to his right. Throwing out right here, caught by Olave. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 42. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And a nice call and really good execution there because they gave him a little bit of a different launch angle perhaps, You don't want to have the quarterback dropping back 5 to 7 steps on every play and have the defense zero in on it. There you hope that you get your defense going one way. They sent him the other, and they picked up nice yardage with that completion.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Second and 10, third quarter of the season opener. To throw, it's Lance. They'll get this out to Kamara. And the Saints are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Kamara going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Here's Davis. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. Offensively, not what they wanted there, but hey, you can kick the field goal here and take the lead.
Felt like a little bit of a statement stop, didn't it? You know, made a big play right there. Okay, guess what? Ball's in your court, guys. What are you going to do? Myself, I kick the field goal, get the 3, and take the lead.
So taking a risk here early in the new year, they're going to go for it. And they'll go for it. Lance sliding out of the pocket. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. From 4 yards out. And the Saints have moved out in front here in the final minute of the 3rd quarter. So this game tied at the half, but we are tied no more. A touchdown there on the opening sequence of this 3rd quarter.
And what a great drive put together by their offensive coordinator. He had a plan, and they executed it almost to perfection, coming right out of the locker room. Now they're feeling good about their chances here in the 2nd half.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now they send Carmichael in motion right. Throwing on 2nd and long. Herbert. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of 32 that time.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
Herbert takes it and just pops it forward. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward.
So pass interference the call, and that does not look to be going over too well on the defensive side.
Or on their sideline, because I believe their head coach is saying right now, hey, you've got to call that both ways.
Well, some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Herbert now. And this will be caught. It's Johnson for the Charger touchdown. A great effort there with now 3 week 1 touchdowns. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. That's on the guard, David Edwards. Throwing Jones. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Chris Olave.
85 yards.
And the Saints strike quickly to take the lead here in the 4th.
Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. The extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Charger drive about to get going.
They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. Meanwhile, Herbert's throw complete there to Johnson.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. In motion left comes Williams. Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. High throw, but the catch is made.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. He'll buy some time right. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Give him 30 yards there. The offense just continues to reign supreme. Big plays, both sides, back and forth. Tough to keep track of.
It certainly is, and I'm over here just marveling at what I'm seeing. It's tough for you, though. You've got to call all these big plays and have all this emotion each time they go at each other.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there. already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they work this well upfield across the 45. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go.
Okay, right?
Lance looking to throw. It's complete. Kamara.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
Now Lance.
Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Here's Lance.
And he will find Davis. That's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's a give to Davis. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Lance back to throw.
They'll roll him out right. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
field goal try would be almost 50 yards from this spot. So what can they do to get closer now on third down? The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. The Lance going to throw. Throw, but he makes the catch. Now here's a timeout, as they will indeed call it with 5 seconds to go and a chance with a field goal to win the game.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their second-year kicker. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. And they get the timeout called here. It comes with 1 second remaining on the clock. And that carry probably not so much for yardage, just to get the spot that you want to kick the field goal.
And any yardage game there is really kind of gravy. And this just becomes what my old coach used to say. Get into position to be in position. And that's what they want, the right spot for their kicker to line up the field goal.
And it's good! And on opening weekend, a field goal to win it as time expires. And Bourbon Street, it'll be alive tonight. The Saints have won it.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for week 1 and one of our early windows.